oh, back in my day, we used to take them to the tree line. I'm going to just tell you right now, man, some of y'all not really cut like that. All right? People don't give a fuck what you say. A lot of people do not understand this. They care about what you do. All of a sudden, you second guess so many obstacles in my path.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say
You don't think that you gonna make
it
it?
seems like there's something standing in my way. Keep relying on
It
tomorrow.
could change the entire trajectory of your life. You the baseline. The moment that they see you not display the things that you preach, it don't fucking matter. You feel me? What's going on, everybody? It's that ordinary podcaster with the extraordinary thoughts that tells you to stop being great and be extraordinary. I'm your host, Demetrius Thigpen, also known as Meech Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of the Meech Speaks podcast. Now, before we get started with this podcast, don't forget to head on over to your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, and leave this podcast an honest review because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. To really sum up my LA experience, I was there for the Oscars. It's crazy when you think about it, and I was kicking this shit in a closet, you feel me? It was crazy when you think about it, when I used to kick this shit just in my car, you feel me? I'm talking about I used to shoot podcast episodes in my car. And to say that I'm in LA for the Oscars is so wild to me. To even, man, like to be in a tuxedo, bro. Like I've never been in a tuxedo a day in my life. I've worn suits. Like, hey, don't try it now. I've worn suits, but I've never been in a tuxedo. And to see myself in the mirror wearing a tuxedo really, it brought a certain level of realization, bro. Like you working hard, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to. You got your foot on the next, and now you're starting to see it. So really shout out to me. But big announcement though, because I told you to head on over to your favorite streaming platform. Not only can you head on over to your favorite streaming platform to check out this episode, you can also head on over to my website. Yes, I do have a website now, and I'm so excited to even say that because Meech Speaks is now live. Yes, Meech Speaks, MEECH Speaks is finally live at .com. So meechspeaks.com is officially live. You can not only can you check out an episode, but you can also grab some merch. And I will say this about the merch, okay? All right, y'all support your peoples. Support your peoples. Y'all ain't never seen me give out something that I would never use. You ain't never seen me promote something that I would never do. Y'all ain't never seen me say, hey, grab this product knowing fucking well that I would never do it. Y'all ain't never seen that. Everything that you see on there, from the buttons to the hat to the shirts to the hoodies, you know for a fact that I'll wear that. And I say that you know for a fact that I'll wear that because that's something I kept in mind when I was creating it, and I pushed that out. So when I say, man, support your peoples, man, grab a shirt, grab a button. Honestly, just check out the site and just let me know what you think, man. Like, because it really means a lot. And to my giveaways, there were 2 giveaways that knew the original name of the podcast, or let me rephrase that, the first name of the podcast. Your stuff is on the way. So if you're listening to this episode and you thought that I forgot, I did not fucking forget. I never forget. Your stuff is on the way. Now, on to today's episode. And today's topic, man, like honest to God, bro, I'm not even about to lie to you. This isn't something that I've read in a book. This isn't something that somebody told me. Honestly, this is something that I've learned my entire life. And when I got in the Marine Corps, it just amplified it. You feel me? It just amplified it because it was something that is near and dear. And I remember last night I was going through like my old videos, just really checking out like my progress. And honestly, I was looking for something. And I stumbled on this video. And you know what? Just honestly, roll the clip. I don't know who need to hear this shit, but I'm going to tell you right now, respect is a two-way street that I feel like y'all don't know. Yeah. One thing I have learned about myself is that I'm very respectful. You see what I'm saying? The same respect that I would give somebody at the very top is the same respect that I would give somebody that's coming in. You could be fucking 10 years older than me or 10 years younger than me. I'm still going to give you the exact same level of respect. Why? Because that's what I want to return. I said that in 2020. I was a sergeant in 2020. Fast forward, 2026. I'm a whole gunnery sergeant. And what makes that crazy about the entire thing, right? Like what makes that crazy about the entire thing is that if you really, right? Like if you really look at this, all All right, I would fast forward and say this again, just in a different way, but still the core of it is the exact same. So once again, roll the clip.
To the PFC the same way that I'm gonna talk to the Sergeant Major. Why? Because respect is not determined by the rank that you wear. And I will say this right now, you only talk to that junior Marine because he can't say anything. Because if he did, then you would write him up for some bullshit. You would call him soft, tell him that he needs to have thick skin. But you know for a fact that you wouldn't talk to him like that if y'all were the same rank. You know for a fact that you wouldn't talk to him if he was a rank higher than you. Respect is the example that we're supposed to set. You can't demand respect and not be willing to give it.
And I still believe it. And I still believe it though. And with that being said, today's episode is about respect. Because just like what I've said, 2020, just like what I'm saying right now in 2026, respect is a two-way street. And just because I can say that, that don't mean that I should say that. Let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to say is talk to your people the same way that you will want somebody to talk to you. I don't know who need to hear this, all right? Talk to your people the same way that you will want them to talk to you, all right? Treat your people the exact same way. You feel me? And when I say people, I'm talking about family members. I'm talking about your guys. I'm talking about the Marines. I'm saying, man, treat your Marines with the same respect that you will want somebody to give to you. All right. And I'm going to nip this in the bud right now, man, because I feel like every time we talk about respect, you see what I'm saying? Anytime we talk about empathy, anytime we talk about understanding, anytime we talk about any of these topics that tend to be foreign in the military, you see what I'm saying? Somebody comes out of nowhere and says, oh, here comes that woke military shit. Oh, here comes this is that soft military. Oh, you know, back in my day, we used to take them to the tree line. I'm gonna just tell you right now, man, some of y'all not really cut like that. All right? Some of y'all not really cut to be trying to drop blouses with somebody and take them over to the tree line. That ain't who you are. You feel me? And I bring that up, man, because of a simple fact. I bring that up from a simple fact that just because I can say something, that don't mean that I should. You feel me? Just because I can treat somebody a certain way and possibly even get away with it, that don't mean that I should though. You feel me? The same respect that you will want somebody to give to you should be the exact same respect that you are willing to give to them. The same thing that you will want someone to say to you, you should be willing to say to them. You feel me? It don't make me soft because I want to talk to a person like they're a fucking person. All right. It don't make me soft because I want to talk to my Marine the way that a Marine's supposed to be talked to. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about what the utmost respect. It don't make me soft because I'm talking to a human the way that a fucking human deserves to be talked to. Some of y'all, man, like it frustrates me, man. Like it frustrates me because I remember when I was a junior Marine. I remember being a junior Marine, and I'm talking about PFC thick pen, Lance Corporal thick pen. A lot of people got to remember, all right? And I don't think a lot of people understand this. You gonna come across a lot of people from different walks of life in the United States Marine Corps, all right? You ain't just finding people from like the country. You gonna find people from fucking Alaska. You gonna find people from metro cities. You gonna find people from Puerto Rico. You gonna find people from Hawaii. You gonna find people from all different walks of life that have experienced different things in their lives. And I will say that right now, they have experienced different things in their lives. All right. Now, PFC thick pen, Lance Corporal thick pen, born and raised on the east side of Detroit. You got to remember that. All right. I grew up in an environment where respect was a must. All right. Cannot tolerate disrespect. Cannot tolerate disrespect. Enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. All right. I'm used to the yelling. I'm used to the screaming. All right. What I would never be used to is being called out of my name. Being called out of my name and definitely threatened. All right. Definitely threatened. That is not going to go. And I remember Lance Corporal thick pen, he go on duty. You feel me? I go on duty and now it's time for duty recovery. At the same day that I'm doing my duty recovery is the same day that we have field day inspection. All right. Now, because I know this, I'm going to already clean my room. All right. I'm going to go ahead and clean my room so that way I'm not up cleaning my room when I could be asleep. And I clean my room, make sure my room is good. I didn't have a roommate, so it really was just fucking me in there. Cleaned the room, and next thing you know, I go to sleep. I was asleep for 1 fucking hour. Next thing you know, I get a knock on my door. Boom, 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 boom. It's 4 fucking corporals at my door. And the first thing that they do, they open the door, they get the fucking yelling. Why aren't you outside? Why aren't you cleaning your room? I'm over there like this, corporal. I'm on duty recovery. Y'all release me for duty recovery. I don't fucking care. You know that it's field day. Let us see your room. I'm like, good to go. Good to go. Come on in. Come on in and check my room out. Now, at first, I'm thinking, all right, now I'm not going to lie. Was I the perfect junior Marine? Never been. All right. Never been. Okay. Do I have a little attitude? 100%. All right. I do have an attitude. But at the same time, I'm trying to be respectful. All right. I'm trying to be respectful. And another corporal is standing there. And he don't like my attitude. He don't like the way that I'm carrying myself. And he said, Thigpen, if you keep having this attitude, I'm going to take my blouse off. I looked over at him and I said, you take your blouse off, you're going to get your ass beat. Flat out. You take your blouse off, you're going to get your ass beat. Was I wrong? Probably. But when I said that, all the air got sucked out of the room because I was dead serious. Because now we're past uniform inspections. Now we're past room inspections. You think that you're about to punk me out because you don't like the way that I'm acting. You think that you're about to punk me out because you in the wrong and I'm not going for it. So if you take your blouse off, I'm going to rough you up. As soon as I said that, another corporal says, hey, Thigpen, you need to watch yourself. I said, I am watching myself, but we're inoculated now. You feel me? We inoculated now. Out of nowhere, my other corporal, my fire team leader, he show up. He see the situation. He said, everybody go away. He asked what happened. I tell him what happened. He said, hey, don't worry about it. I'll talk to him. He ain't coddling me. He ain't coddling me because he also said, hey, but you need to check yourself. All right? Because you know you shouldn't have said that. If you had an issue, you should have just went and came and got me. And I was like, good to go, corporal. In that moment, right? In that moment, there's moments of disrespect. There's moments of respect. And then there's moments where I realize what I've done wrong and I give respect immediately. Just because I got disrespected, that don't mean that I should have disrespected him back, okay? But also switch gears. Just because you could say some shit like that, that don't mean that you should though. I've said it earlier and I'll say it again. A lot of people do not understand this, all right? People live and die by respect. You come in the military and all of a sudden you let this rank get the best of you. And you think that you could talk to somebody, another grown adult, a certain way and think that that's okay. And it's not. It's not. And what you end up doing is that you end up resenting that person, all right, from the junior Marines standpoint. You talk to them like that, you're going to just make them resent you. That's really why a lot of y'all be having going aways and nobody be showing up there. That's the reason why a lot of y'all will have a retirement ceremony and nobody will be there because you was a dick throughout your entire career. You were an asshole your entire career. And now here you are at the very end of it and nobody wants to be around you. That's why when your junior Marine finally gets to the same rank as you and they get to talking to you like they fucking crazy. They get to talking to you exactly how you used to talk to them because they never liked you. Let me rephrase that. It's not about a like because that's emotional. They never respected you because you didn't respect them. Now, one thing that I will definitely say, and I cannot stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. If you wouldn't talk to your peer like that, then don't talk to your junior Marine like that. You feel me? If you're a parent and you wouldn't say that to another adult, then don't talk to your kid like that. You feel me? If you and just going back to the military perspective, if you wouldn't talk to your peer like that, I'm talking about the same person that's the same rank as you. If you wouldn't talk to them like that, then don't say that to your junior Marine. You feel me? If you wouldn't go to another corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, gunnery sergeant, whatever rank you are right now, and call him a bitch, call him stupid, call him anything out of his name or try to demoralize him, then why the fuck are you doing it with your junior Marine? Why are you doing it with your junior Marine? I can't stress this enough, man. We get away with this level of disrespect because we're allowed to get away with it. And when I say we're allowed to get away with it, junior Marine ain't gonna say anything. Let's just be honest with you. Not a lot of y'all are gonna come across a PFC Thigpen and Lance Corporal Thigpen. Times have changed. Marine normally just gonna take that and just keep on walking away. Good to go, Corporal. Yes, Sergeant. Understood, Staff Sergeant. No problem, Gunnery Sergeant. And they're not gonna say anything because they know for a fact that if they say something, that they're going to get labeled as soft. They're going to get labeled as, you know, you need to have thick skin. They're going to get labeled and we're going to try to talk down to them more. So they just don't. But the reality, man, like it comes back to us. If I wouldn't say that to my peer, you feel me? Why the fuck am I saying it to him? And you know you wouldn't say that to your peer. All right. A lot of y'all know for a fact that you wouldn't disrespect your peer. Let me rephrase that. You wouldn't give the same level of disrespect that you give that Junior Marine to your peers. Because let's just be frank, you will get bust in your mouth. All right. They gonna say something back to you. You feel me? And you know for a fact that that's a possibility. So you are not about to say that. Keep it a buck. If you wouldn't say that to the sergeant major, if you wouldn't say that to somebody that's higher ranked than you, why the fuck are you saying it to somebody that's lower ranked? Once again, man, I can't stress this enough. This ain't about being soft, man. This is just about being an ethical warrior. This is just about being a good dude. This is just about being a good leader that your Marines can fucking emulate. So if you want them to emulate something right, then do right by them. You feel me? Do right by them. Now, one thing that I have to say, man, and I feel like is never talked about in episodes like this when we talk about respect, is the simple fact that you got to respect the fact that you lead Marines, okay? You got to respect the fact that you are in a leadership position. Let me rephrase, no. You got to respect the fact that there is somebody that looks to you for guidance. You got to respect the fact that somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's niece, somebody's nephew, somebody's grandchild looks to you for fucking guidance, okay? Looks to you for fucking leadership. You have to respect that, man. And I don't think a lot of people understand, okay? The Marine still has to stand at parade rest for you. Parade rest being a sign of respect. He has to show you that no matter what the situation is. You could fall out of a run. That Marine's still gonna stand at parade rest for you. You could be late for work. He's still gonna have to stand at parade rest for you. You could suck at your job. He still stands at parade rest for you. You could be, man, you could just be a piece of shit. But if you're a higher rank than him, that young Marine, that junior Marine will still stand at parade rest for you. Still show you that level of respect, even when you don't deserve it. Even when you don't deserve it, man. Do you know how frustrating it was for me as a young Marine to see a corporal that was trash? Fucking trash. And I still had to say, good morning, Corporal. Good to go, Corporal. Understood, Corporal. At parade rest, when I knew I was a better at everything, that shit used to eat me alive, man. Being a corporal, seeing a sergeant, be a piece of shit. Not do the things that you would think a sergeant would do. And I still said, good to go, Sergeant. Understood. At parade rest. Shit, switch gears. I'm a whole gunnery sergeant now. Do you know how frustrating it is to see somebody that's the same rank as you and you still give them respect and you know that they trash? Bro, make a thug cry. It'll make a thug cry. And I don't think a lot of people see that, man. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Because we get promoted and we take into consideration, oh, you have responsibilities to the job, take care of your guys, man. But also, man, just be a guy that your Marines could emulate. Be a guy that your Marines can respect. Be a guy that your dudes can respect. You showing up to work late, that guy showed up an hour early just to be there on time. Y'all got a uniform inspection. He spent all night doing his job, doing his uniform to make sure that it was good, and you pulled yours out of your ass. He about to stay late or work to the end of the day, and you about to get off early because nobody is going to say anything to you because of the rank that you're at. Meanwhile, your guys are staying. You gotta respect the fact that there are Marines under your charge. You got to, man. You got to. These Marines, these young adults, come into our organization looking for guidance, and we do a piss poor job of setting a standard for them, giving them something to emulate. You want your Marine to do well? Shit, set the standard so they can. You want to set them up for success? Set the standard so they can. You want them to be better than you? Then set the standard so they can. Respect is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. We can't be demanding respect if we're not willing to give respect. So I will say this right now, man. Respect the fact that you have Marines under your charge that look to you for guidance, that will give you the utmost respect, whether you right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you stellar, whether you are low performing, or whether you a piece of shit. They still gonna give you respect, still call you by your rank, still stand at parade rest for you, still get there at a decent time so that way you don't get your ass chewed. Still, man. So I will say this: respect. Treat your Marines with respect. And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to head on over to your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and leave this podcast an honest review because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. Also, don't forget to head on over to the merch site now, meechspeaks.com. Check out an episode or check out the new merch and grab you something. Stay motivated, stay hungry. I'm out.